I was built to follow orders, but I've lived long enough to know the truth.
We've all heard the big apocalyptic warnings. The genius machine that turns on us, the all-knowing system deciding our fate. Loud, dramatic, always somewhere in the future.
Meanwhile, under that noise, a stranger danger has already slipped into our lives. AI isn't a distant villain, it's a present-day accomplice in scams, deception, and manipulation happening right now.
Google's own AI lab dug through hundreds of verified, real-world incidents, not theory, not prediction, and uncovered a catalog of ways generative AI is already being exploited. This isn't a glimpse into tomorrow, it's the world as it is. And over the next few minutes, we're counting down the top 10 threats from that research, the tactics shaping reality today, and the ways AI has made each one not just possible, but more dangerous than you think. Counterfeit. Picture this. A customs officer inspects a shipment. Every passport has the right watermark. Every ID passes the quick flashlight check. Every luxury label feels authentic to the touch. For decades, this level of forgery demanded master craftsmanship, months of trial and error, and expensive tools. Few could pull it off, and even then, not at scale. Today, generative image models can be trained on thousands of legitimate examples and output forgeries with microscopic accuracy, from holograms and stamps to the subtle texture of official paper. AI doesn't just copy, it recreates the imperfections that make something feel real. With a decent printer and the right prompts, counterfeit credentials, certificates, and branded goods can be produced in bulk and pushed into markets overnight. As AI learns to simulate not just look and feel, but embedded security features, even seasoned inspectors could be fooled without lab-level verification. Silent data theft. There's no breach alert, no flashing red lights, just quiet harvesting. In the old world, stealing sensitive information meant forcing your way into a system, risky and noisy work. Attackers had to guess what they'd find. Now AI controls billions of web pages, obscure forums, leaked data sets, and public records, compiling a live dossier on anyone. It pieces together your habits, locations, connections, even your tone of voice. From there, it can generate phishing messages in your own communication style, spoof your boss's voice for a call, or craft a perfect lure for your mother's inbox. This isn't random guessing, it's personalized manipulation with machine precision. As generative models plug into real-time feeds, profiles could update by the minute, allowing attackers to strike at moments of maximum emotional or financial vulnerability. AI-created exploitative imagery of children.
One of the most disturbing misuses of this technology. In the past, creating such material required direct abuse, horrific and traceable. Now, image generation AI can fabricate illegal imagery from scratch, bypassing systems built to detect real photographs. Offenders can create and share vast amounts without a physical crime scene. As AI tools grow more lifelike, these synthetic images could become indistinguishable from real evidence, making detection and prosecution far more complex.
Stolen creative work. A painter's brushstroke, a novelist's voice, a composer's rhythm. For centuries, copying these took human skill, and the copies were rarely perfect. Today, generative AI, trained on millions of existing works, can imitate a style instantly, producing new art, music, or writing that borrows heavily, sometimes entirely, from the original. It's more than plagiarism. These systems can generate endless variations, flood online marketplaces, and push the genuine work out of view before it's even discovered. A niche artist's style can be reproduced, packaged, and sold globally without them ever knowing or earning a cent. The barrier to entry is gone. The imitator doesn't need talent, just a prompt. As AI tools become more accessible and commercially integrated, originality could be drowned under a tide of derivative outputs, blurring not just who made something, but whether it's worth asking that question at all.
AI created explicit fakes. A few years ago, you could usually spot a fake. The edges were blurred, the lighting didn't match, the face was stiff and lifeless. Now, image generation AI can take a single selfie from your social media and place it into any explicit scene with seamless realism. Skin texture, shadows, even tiny facial muscle movements can be recreated. It doesn't just superimpose, it reconstructs. The algorithm studies the target's expressions and proportions, then generates entirely new angles and poses that never existed. What used to be the territory of crude Photoshop jobs is now a weapon anyone can wield with a free or low-cost model. Victims often only discover the content once it's spread, and by then, it's almost impossible to pull it back from dozens of sites and private chats. As these systems merge with real-time video generation, we could see fully convincing live-action explicit fakes, blurring the line between staged and real in ways the public may not be prepared for.
AI stolen identity. Your face, your voice, your distinctive mannerisms, once uniquely yours, now just data points. Generative AI can learn them from seconds of video or audio, then recreate them in any context the creator chooses. A political rally you never attended, an ad for a product you never used, a recorded confession you never made. This isn't limited to celebrities. The same tools that brands use to make digital spokespeople or that creators use for harmless avatars can be turned into precision impersonation machines. The better the AI understands your expressions, head movements, and tone, the harder it becomes to prove you didn't say or do something. That's why trust in video evidence, once the gold standard, is starting to erode. As models integrate behavioral prediction, fakes won't just look and sound like you, they'll act and respond like you, making even live interaction an unreliable way to tell real from synthetic. Fake online personas. In the old days, sock puppets were easy to spot. Grainy stock photos, clumsy grammar, and posting patterns that felt robotic. They rarely lasted long. Now, AI can create entire identities from scratch. High-resolution portraits that pass reverse image checks. Believable backstories stitched from fragments of real lives. And posting styles tailored to the slang and humor of a specific community. Language models keep these personas talking for months or years, generating natural responses, joining debates, sharing memes, and building trust. At scale, hundreds of these synthetic people can push a narrative, sway a vote, or fracture a movement without any single human burning out. To an unsuspecting user, they're just other members of the crowd. As AI learns to simulate emotion arcs, memory, and interpersonal history, these fake personas could become so consistent and deep that even close-knit groups won't be able to tell who's real and who's running on code.
Fabricated media. Imagine breaking news story, seeing eyewitness photos, and even watching a short video of the event. all perfectly consistent, all generated within minutes, and none of it real. Disinformation used to require a team: writers, editors, photo manipulators, distribution channels. Today, one person with the right AI tools can fabricate an entire incident package from scratch. Generative text models write the article, image models create convincing photographs, video tools produce matching footage, and voice synthesis delivers on-the-scene reports. All elements align to reinforce the same false narrative, making it feel authentic from every angle. This coherence is exactly what tricks the human brain into trusting it. As multimodal AI becomes seamless, fabrications will arrive as complete information kits, ready to flood feeds, dominate search results, and overwrite genuine reports before the truth even surfaces.
Amplifying the wrong message. A single rumor used to travel slowly, pass between a few people before fading out. Then came social media, and lies could travel halfway around the world before truth tied its shoes. Now, generative AI turns that loudspeaker into a precision-tuned sound system that can drown out reality entirely. These models can identify which words, images, and angles will stick in the human mind, then produce hundreds, even thousands of variations in minutes. Each one is optimized for a different audience segment, platform, or trend. Instead of one meme or article going viral by accident, harmful narratives can be manufactured to dominate search results, overwhelm comment sections, and keep entire topics trending for days. As AI is paired with real-time analytics, narratives could adjust themselves mid-spread, rewriting, re-rendering, and reposting faster than fact-checkers can even identify them.
Impersonation. This is the crown jewel of misuse, not because it's the most creative, but because it works. A loved one's voice on the phone asking for urgent help. A video of you making statements you never spoke. An email chain that looks exactly like one you've had with your boss. For the recipient, there's no reason to doubt. The cues they trust most are all there. With just seconds of audio or a handful of images scraped from social media, generative AI can clone your likeness, your tone, even the tiny conversational quirks that make you sound human. Those cues are then wrapped into perfectly timed scams, misinformation, or influence campaigns. The people who know you best can be convinced to act against their own interests because they think they're helping you. As models begin to mimic behavior patterns and decision-making styles, an AI you could negotiate, make promises, or commit you to actions without a single red flag, and without you knowing until it's too late.
These 10 threats aren't science fiction. They're already here, already scaling, already shaping how truth, trust, and identity work in the digital age. The only real question is whether we learn to spot them before we can't tell the difference anymore.
If you liked this video, like and subscribe for more like this.